Hi friends, welcome to DP Devops Technologies. Today I will explain about Terraform. First, you have to know that infrastructure has a code. Infrastructure has a code is a method of to provision and manage IT infrastructures through the use of source code. And your basically your servers, databases, and networks and other infrastructures like softwares and this code can help you configure and deploy these infrastructures components quickly and consistently. What is Terraform? Terraform is a tool for building and changing and versioning infrastructures safely and efficiently. Terraform can manage existing and popular service providers as well as custom in-house solutions. Why Terraform? Actually, Terraform uses to reusability for procedural code is inherently limited because you have to manually take into account the current state of the code bases. Since that state it's constantly changing and code you used to a week ago may no longer be usable because it was designed to modify a state of your infrastructures that no longer exist. As as a result, procedural code base tends to grow large, and complicated over time. On the other hands, which is the kind of declarative approach used in Terraform, that code always represent the latest state of your infrastructures. At a glance, you can tell what currently deployed and how it's configured, and without having to worry about history or timing. This also makes it easy to create reusable code. Yeah, and you don't have manually account for this current state of instead of Terraform. Introducing the individual elements of Terraform, like example resources, inputs, variables, output variables, etc. So, in this guide, we are going to focus on how to put those elements together and create a fairly real world examples. Like in particular, we will provisioning several servers on AWS in a clusters and deploy and a load balancers to distribute the load across the clusters. And the infrastructure you will create this example is a basic starting point for running scalability, high availability web services and microservices. Yeah, these are the things in Terraform. Yeah, next, what is the difference between configuration and provisioning? First, if you search for internet for infrastructure as a code, we have most like popular tools like Chef, Puppet, and Ansible, and CloudFormation, Terraform, like that. And Chef and Puppet, Ansible, all are configuration management tools, which means they are designed for install and manage softwares and existing servers. And CloudFormation and Terraforms are providing tools, which means they are designed to provision servers as well as rest of the infrastructures like load balancers and databases and networking and configurations and etc. Yeah, Ansible does not allow you to use tag to search for existing Gov instance before deploying new ones, like examples using instance tags and contacts parameters. The code always represent the latest state of your infrastructure. And Ansible, CloudFormation, Heat, and Terraforms are all masterless by default. Uh, to be more accurate, and some of them may rarely on master servers, but it is already part of the infrastructures you are using, and not an extra piece you have to manage. And For example, Terraform communicates with cloud providers using um, cloud providers APIs. So in some sense, the API servers are master servers, except they don't require any extra infrastructures or any extra authentication mechanism. Mm, like I just use your API's keys, and Ansible works by connecting directly to each server over SSH. So again, you don't have to run any extra infrastructure or manage extra authentication mechanism. Yeah, these are the things in Terraform. What are the workflows? A workflows for taking infrastructure code like Terraform modules from development to production. These workflows is not nearly as well known in the industry, so it will uh, it will be helpful to compare that workflows side by side with the application's workflow. And here, what the application's code workflows looks like use version controls and run the code locally and make code changes, submit changes for review, run automated test, and merge and release and deploy. These are the things for doing in workflows.